Do not fear the battle ahead. I am the one who called you, the one who saw you before the day began, the one who writes the end from the beginning. The field is not empty. It is layered with my promises, and the ground beneath your feet has been prayed for by saints you have never met. I have not misread your limits. I have not overestimated your strength. I am not sending you forward as a test. I hope you fail. I am marching with you, placing courage where panic has been living, sowing clarity where confusion kept its nest. Lift your head. What roars against you will bow before me. You will see it. You have looked ahead and counted the giants as if they were the final word. You saw the measurements, the budgets, the calendars, the critics who hide behind their own shadows, and your heart whispered, maybe not me, maybe not now. But I am the Lord who takes not enough and writes more than enough over it in a hand that cannot shake. I am the Lord who puts a doorway where a wall announces itself. I am the Lord who gathers your trembling and converts it into holy boldness. When you step, I steady. When you speak, I breathe. When you wait, I weave answers out of threads you did not know were there. Hear me. Your battle is not a spectacle for enemies. It is a classroom for sons and daughters. I am training your hands to war and your fingers to fight, not with rage or human fury, but with worship that refuses to surrender and obedience that will not be negotiated. Your victory will not be borrowed swagger. It will be quiet steel, forged in the furnace of my nearness. I am not interested in your performance. I am committed to your transformation. Stand with me and learn the rhythm of courage. It is the rhythm of a heart that keeps time with mine. Do not fear the battlefield's noise. The clang of accusation will try to become the loudest drum, but I am the still, steady cadence underneath it all. I have set a table in the presence of your enemies, not to taunt you with delicacies you cannot taste, but to feed you the bread of endurance, the wine of clear sight, the oil of fresh anointing. Eat and be strengthened. Drink and be gladdened. Let the oil run down and remind you that you are not a volunteer of chance. You are my chosen in this hour. Where others only see risk, I am revealing reward, not as trinkets, but as trust expanded within you. Yes, there will be days when dust rises and stings your eyes. There will be hours when your prayers feel like arrows that fall short, when counsel is scarce and the valley is generous. In those moments, call me what I am, your shield, your portion, your very present. Help. I will answer you with presence before I answer you with outcomes. I will hold you steady when outcomes take longer than you prefer. Faith that is only happy when it gets its way is not faith. It is bargaining. I am winning you out of bargaining into belonging, out of frantic calculation into confident trust. Remember the stories that seemed impossible until they were finished. Remember seas that refused to make room until a staff was lifted. Remember walls that fell not to hammers, but to the echo of obedient footsteps. Remember lions that forgot their hunger, fires that lost their heat, prisons that became pulpits. These are not museum pieces. They are patterns. They are reminders that the same hand rests upon your shoulder now. Do not fear the battle ahead, for your circumstances are not prototypes. They are candidates for my faithfulness. I have assigned you a portion of ground to bless. Not every hill is yours to charge. Not every controversy is yours to answer. Ask me for orders, and I will give you a narrow road that leads to broad impact. I will show you where to place your yes and where to guard your no, so your heart does not leak strength through open gates. Your calendar can become an altar or a cage. Lay it before me. Your budget can carry panic or purpose. Bring it into my light. Your relationships can be corridors or cul-de-sacs. Let me prune so love can travel farther without losing breath. Do not fear the battle ahead, because the battle is not about the embarrassment of your failure. It is about the exhibition of my nature. I am faithful. I am near. I am not working against you to make a point. I am working within you to make you whole. If you stumble, I will not broadcast your missteps to the gallery. I will lift you, refit your armor, and whisper steady truth until your knees stop trembling. Shame will try to sign its name across your future. I am already there with a better signature. You ask, what if I lose everything I put on the line? Hear me. There will be no loss that outgrows my redemption. What you surrender to me will not vanish into the dark. It will be planted. Seed looks like loss to those who do not understand seasons. I am Lord of harvests, both seen and unseen. What you offer today, I will multiply in ways you will recognize and in ways you will not discover until eternity tells its stories. Let peace be your strategy. Let blessing be your counterattack. When insult comes dressed as wisdom, answer with silence that keeps your dignity. When slander tries to recruit your voice, decline the enlistment. You are not fragile, you are focused. You are not petty, you are planted. When you pray for those who oppose you, you do not excuse their harm. You choose not to host their poison. This is warfare that wins without becoming what it fights. Now, open your hands. I place into them the sword of my word and the shield of a trust that does not fracture under pressure. Your feet will learn the gospel of peace, not as a theory, but as a walk that leaves quiet courage wherever it goes. Your mind will be renewed, not by slogans, but by the steady rain of truth that makes dry ground generous again. Your heart will be guarded, not by withdrawal, but by the awareness that you are deeply kept. Do not fear the battle ahead, because I have already been there. I have mapped exits you cannot yet see and secured allies you have not yet met. I have placed songs along the road, like lanterns that appear when your steps are heaviest. I have written the mercy you will need into the very hours that look the most severe. Expect me. Expect rescue in forms you did not predict. Expect joy to arrive in a package that does not look like a victory until it is opened. And now breathe. Receive fresh courage, not the adrenaline that exhausts itself by noon, but the quiet endurance that outlasts noise. Receive fresh love, for love makes courage human and keeps zeal from calcifying into cold ambition. Receive fresh hope, not the thin optimism of chance, but the thick certainty that I am working all things together for good to those who love me and are called according to my purpose. If this message strengthens you, take a moment to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Not for numbers, but so more weary hearts can find steady ground. Return to your post. Speak blessings over the field I have given you. Bless your home. Bless your work. Bless your city. Bless those who mentor you and those who misunderstand you. Bless the gates you are called to stand at, the gate of ideas, the gate of service, the gate of creation, the gate of justice, the gate of compassion. Where others curse the darkness, light the candle I put in your hand. Where others hoard, share. Where others shout, listen. Where others delay, obey. I am not asking you to be impressive. I am inviting you to be faithful. The battle ahead is not a stage for ego, but an altar for love. You will not need to force open your own doors. You will need to carry honor through the ones I open. When you are tempted to measure your worth by applause, remember the sound of my voice. When you are tempted to calculate your future by fear, remember my record. In the days to come, mark your mornings with gratitude before your plans take the microphone. Name the goodness that met you yesterday. Name the miracles that hid inside ordinary hours. Name the graces that kept you from breaking, the mercies that gathered your scattered thoughts and handed them back in order. Gratitude does not deny the battle. It sharpens your sight to see me in it. I am placing watchmen around your life, people who will hold up your arms when your strength tires. Receive help without shame. I designed you to be a body, not a brand. Learn to trade the myth of independence for the miracle of interdependence. Let counsel travel freely toward you. Let correction find you reachable. Let comfort find you teachable. You are safest when you are surrounded by the right voices, and safest when you are deaf to the wrong ones. When fear returns with familiar scripts, answer it with the language of my promises. Do not argue with dread on its terms. Let your mouth speak life until your mind remembers. Let your worship rise until heaviness loses jurisdiction. You are not a hostage to old narratives. You are a steward of a new name. I call you brave. I call you kept. I call you sent. So, do not fear the battle ahead. Move with me. Keep your heart soft and your stance strong. Carry peace like a banner and kindness like a key. Refuse the counsel of panic. Refuse the bait of cynicism. Refuse the shortcut that would trade integrity for speed. Walk through this hour as one who belongs to a kingdom that cannot be shaken. When the dust lifts and the day closes, you will look back and find that I was your strategy in confusion, your shield in accusation, your song when the dust rose, your rest when the noise refused to sleep. You will testify that defeat was announced but never delivered, that despair auditioned but was not hired. You will say, "He kept me," and that will be enough, and more than enough. Now go, beloved. Go with a courage that is not loud but lasting. Go with a humility that is not timid but true. Go with a love that does not retreat. The battle ahead will not have the last word.